The Voices of Spring is an orchestral waltz composed by Johann Strauss II in 1882, also known as Frühlingsstimmen in German. This waltz can be performed with a solo soprano, and it has been widely popular. The composer dedicated this piece to the pianist and composer Alfred Grunfeld. Famous coloratura soprano Bertha Swartz, known by her stage name Bianca Bianchi, sang this concert aria in a grand charity performance at the Vienna Volkstheater to support the Emperor Franz Joseph and Empress Elizabeth Poor Relief Foundation that aimed to help impoverished people in the Austro-Hungarian Empire. At its premiere, the waltz did not achieve significant success, but it gained greater popularity during Strauss's 1886 tour in Russia. Impressed by Bianca Bianchi's voice and talent, Strauss decided to write a special piece for her, a solo waltz. That's how The Voices of Spring came to be. This waltz celebrates spring and nature, intending to showcase Bianca Bianchi's elegant and glamorous singing qualities. As it was composed to celebrate spring, the waltz depicts the scenery of spring and the songs of birds in nature. The melody of the waltz itself is light, graceful, and when paired with the solo soprano, it exudes a tranquil and spring-like atmosphere. The Voices of Spring expresses praise and joy for spring and nature. The waltz's lively and beautiful melody is filled with the ambience and vitality of spring, symbolizing the beauty of spring and the happiness it brings. The music of the waltz may include depictions of bird songs in nature, such as the references to larks and nightingales in the lyrics. These elements make the waltz more vivid, allowing the audience to feel the charm and wonders of spring and nature. In the melody and atmosphere of the music, there may be some hidden meanings or symbolic significance. Rebirth of Spring, the bright and lively melody of the waltz may symbolize the revival of spring and the rejuvenation of nature. Spring is a season of nature's revival, and this waltz may express the joy of new life and rebirth. Happiness and hope. The waltz's cheerful rhythm and joyful musical characteristics may represent the happiness and hope that spring brings. It could be an expression of the joyous feelings people experience with the changing of the seasons. Enchantment of nature. The music of the waltz may depict the beautiful scenery of nature, such as the blue skies, gentle breeze, fields, and meadows. It conveys admiration for the allure and landscapes of nature. In the symphonic version of The Voices of Spring, composer Johann Strauss II likely employed various instruments and techniques to imitate the sounds of larks and nightingales. To imitate the singing of the lark, the composer may use high-pitched woodwind instruments, such as the flute or piccolo, to play bright and soaring melodies. These high-pitched instruments can simulate the exuberant and radiant singing of the lark, creating an image of the bird singing in the blue sky. To imitate the singing of the nightingale, the composer may use middle or low-pitched woodwind instruments or string instruments to play gentle and sweet melodies. These instruments can mimic the melodious and tender singing of the nightingale, evoking the image of the bird singing softly in the night. Additionally, the composer may use various orchestration and contrapuntal techniques to create an effect reminiscent of birds singing in harmony. These techniques can intertwine the voices of the lark and nightingale, adding vivacity and color to the waltz music. It's worth noting that in the symphonic version, the composer may not directly use bird song samples or special sound effects. Instead, they would employ musical expressions and combinations to present the sounds of the lark and nightingale, allowing the audience to feel the ambience of spring and the beauty of bird songs through the music. The Voices of Spring brings benefits to the soul through the following aspects. Sharing joy. The waltz is filled with a cheerful and joyful atmosphere. Its beautiful melody can inspire the inner joy and happiness of the audience. When people experience this joy, they are more willing to share this wonderful feeling with others, promoting emotional connections within society. Conveying positive emotions. Music has a unique ability to convey emotions. The waltz's sense of delight and positivity can inspire positive emotions in the audience, counteracting negative feelings and making people more optimistic and hopeful. Eliciting empathy, music can resonate with people's emotions. The waltz's joyful ambience allows the audience to feel the joy and happiness of others. By empathizing with others' emotions, individuals can develop understanding and compassion, nurturing altruistic qualities. Enhancing connection, music is a form of artistic communication. The waltz's music can bring people closer together, fostering resonance and connection. Sharing and appreciating this waltz together can strengthen interpersonal relationships and promote social cohesion. Bringing peace and tranquility, the waltz's soothing and serene music can help people relax and reduce stress, promoting inner tranquility. When the mind is at peace, individuals are more likely to pay attention to the needs of others and cultivate an altruistic attitude. The voices of spring through the joy, resonance, and connection that its music brings helps to inspire altruistic emotions within people, fostering care and sharing, and strengthening connections between individuals. Such a musical experience can have a positive impact on the soul, leading people to be more attentive to the needs of others and finding spiritual fulfillment in altruistic actions. The voices of spring waltz may bring altruistic benefits to the next life, referring to the belief that when we cultivate and practice altruistic qualities and attitudes in this life, these positive values and behaviors might have a positive impact on our next life. While this involves religious and spiritual beliefs, and some religious and philosophical traditions, there is a belief that our actions and mindset can influence our afterlife. Specifically, when we orient ourselves towards altruism in this life, showing love, care, and assistance to others, it may positively affect the growth and development of our souls. This positive growth may manifest in the next life, leading our souls to progress and ascend. In many religious and philosophical concepts, altruism is seen as a noble virtue because it benefits not only others but also ourselves. Through altruistic actions, we can cultivate inner peace and happiness, reducing selfishness and negative emotions. This positive mindset and behavior may influence our souls, enabling us to continue to progress and grow in the next life. Although these beliefs touch upon understandings of spirituality and the afterlife, the quality of altruism is a virtue worth pursuing and practicing at any time. Such an attitude allows us to positively influence others in this life while enriching and calming our inner selves on a spiritual level. Regardless of our beliefs in the afterlife, altruism is a respectable and inspiring value that plays a significant role in shaping our character and personality. The delightful melody and joyful atmosphere of the music, as well as the praise for spring and nature, can bring pleasure and positivity to people. Such a wonderful experience may inspire individuals to practice altruistic behavior and become more compassionate and empathetic individuals. The joy and positive feelings brought about by this waltz might, to some extent, influence one's actions and mindset, and these positive behaviors and attitudes might lead to positive returns in the future. Altruistic actions may accumulate blessings, whether in a spiritual sense or in the form of fortunate events in life.